Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Mach-E vlog. If you're wondering why we're wearing these very cool heads, you have to watch the whole video. But we are starting a very special, important road trip, and we have to bring these heads with us, and we'll explain in a few minutes.
So let's go.
Okay, we'll explain about the heads in a little bit, but we need to get on the road. It's 12:15 p.m. and we're like running behind as usual. But we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of route planning real quick. We're at 252 miles of range, 100% charged. Just reached that. As you guys may know, we've made the trip to San Diego a few times, actually twice in the Mach-E. This will be our third time going out there, but we're going to take a different route this time. Mostly just to make a different video out of it. Plus we're avoiding some cold temperatures. But tonight our goal is just to get to Albuquerque.
And the cold temperatures is because of the tires, mostly.
Yeah, I'll explain that as we're getting going. We're just trying to get the initial part planned out. And it says it's 332 miles if we could fly straight there. So we're going to go ahead and select this one. That's the quickest route. Taking I-25 south past Santa Fe, which we can't stop, but I wish we could. I'm going to go ahead and hit go.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
And it's suggesting two charges. I believe that one is in Trinidad, and then we have another one in Wagon Mound. I like that it says Wagon Mound. I wish they all did that. That's one of my things I keep mentioning. We may have to take a break before that, but 2 charges, about an hour total of charging time, and then we get to Albuquerque. And once we sort of get on the road, we'll figure out where we're going to stay tonight, or if we may even go past Albuquerque. So let's hit the road and get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, we're finally on the road.
Yay. You say finally, but okay. I had a leg doctor appointment, which let us start this trip early. So really, this is all good.
Yeah.
We're early.
Normally, Liv would be working until 5 o'clock, so we couldn't really leave today, but we got to leave at 12:15, so it feels good to finally be on the road for this special trip.
And also, by the way, it is Veterans Day today, and Patrick is the veteran. Just so you know, some people think it's me. I know we have veteran plates and I'm missing a leg, but no, it's Patrick. Thank you for your service. Thank you all who are watching for your service and for taking care of us and ensuring that we're all safe and able to keep having adventures and happy lives. Yeah.
Thank you.
And now, what were you saying?
Yeah, so this is a very special road trip. It's not just a road trip. If you can see sort of like all of the stuff in the back and why we are wearing the heads, we are moving to California from Colorado. So this is not part 1 or step 1 or whatever, but this is part of the process. We are moving the Mach-E out to California and taking some fragile stuff like those heads that we were wearing. Those are actually from a costume that we did for Halloween like 3 years ago.
More, remember pandemic time. We did it with a couple friends. There is a website called Wintercraft, and you too can download a printout for that. It's like, I don't know, $15 or something, and you print those out, the shapes for that, onto cardboard, cut it and everything. You can make your own heads like that. We went above and beyond and we all made ours neon like that, so we kind of did it twice. But they're super awesome. They're also quite fragile because they're paper. So this was the perfect opportunity. I went to the doctor, the prosthetist, and Patrick had an enormous pile in the living room, including 2 TVs, other fragile things like pirate hats. You know, the feathers are fragile, and somehow he made it all fit. How is that?
And a plant. We have a plant.
Plant.
Yeah, it was just a bit of Tetris fitting everything in, but we got the things that we are more worried about. We don't want to put in a moving container when we actually move. We're going to go to California. We're going to cover the LA Auto Show next week. And then we are going to fly back to Denver, pack everything up over the next couple of weekends, including Thanksgiving, and then move out beginning of December. So who knows? This video might not make it out until December, but that's our timeline.
In all likelihood, yeah, because vlogs are very time consuming to edit, and obviously it takes a lot of time to film. Every time we try to make it better and try to make it easier, but if you saw our last vlog, well, it was the last vlog that we edited, we had a turtle mode incident, so things kind of start going out the window when craziness happens and you're trying to document things cleanly, and then it goes a little nuts. So knock on wood, cross fingers, everything's gonna be fine.
Now let's talk about why we're going this route. The last 2 times we went to San Diego, we did I-70 to I-15. This time we're doing I-25 to I-40, and then once we get to California, we'll get to San Diego. One big reason is we figured you guys may be tired of our I-70, I-15, because we also did a Vegas trip.
And we're a little tired of it, to be honest, though I am going to miss Green River Coffee Company.
Yeah. This time we decided to go south. That was one big reason. Another reason is it's cold. Colder in the mountains, cold in Utah. It's even cold down in New Mexico where we're headed right now. But we never swapped to the winter tires for the GT Performance Edition. It comes with summer tires. I investigated, I had some different ideas of what I might switch to, but then we figured that we're moving to California, and I'm like, if we can just get the car there before we have any snow and very cold temperatures, that's probably the easiest way to deal with it, cheapest way to deal with it for sure.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why we're going south. Like tonight in Albuquerque, it's supposed to be a low of 28. Summer tires don't do well below 40. It's actually 37 right now here in Colorado. We're going to have some cold temperatures even going across New Mexico. Like Flagstaff is having a low of like 18. Ridgefield, which is where we would go if we were doing I-70 to I-15. That was going to be our goal tonight. And it's a low of 18. So 18, 28, it's a little bit warmer. Still going to take it easy with the tires. I don't know exactly, like some people said, like, yeah, they'll just wear out faster. Others have said if it gets really cold, like single digit cold with the winter tires, you'll actually have like, you can do some damage to the tires because
summer tires.
The summer tires.
Yeah.
Did I keep saying winter?
Maybe.
I don't know. But anyways, another bonus of taking I-25 and then I-40 is starting around Santa Fe, we're going to be, entering the territory of the old Route 66, the famous Route 66. So we may stop at a couple of sites depending on how much time we have. We may stop we may go stand on a corner somewhere in Arizona.
We want to get a Route 66 passport. We talked about it last year when we jumped on Route 66 to go see Baghdad Cafe for a little bit, but we were only on Route 66 for a short time. But you can get a passport that I think you get like stamped at different locations, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have time.
No, we doubtfully will. And if we had time for anything, we're going through Santa Fe, we would definitely go to Meow Wolf. Oh, it's so hard not. If you are going through Santa Fe, going through Vegas, or going through Denver, highly encourage that you stop by Meow Wolf. They have different ones in each state and city, and they're all different. So they're different and unique, and you should do it. And it's really hard that we can't stop.
And our goal is, we thought about just leaving early Saturday morning and then getting to San Diego late Sunday. But because we had this little bit of extra time, we decided make it a little bit easier on ourselves. Maybe do about 8 to 10 hours a day. 8 hours a day should do it, I think. And tomorrow we may do more, but we'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hopefully not get in real late on Sunday because we're going to the actual new house. And we don't want to like roll in at 11 o'clock at night or something like that and then go, oh no, we don't have everything we need to stay the night.
We're borrowing an air mattress from my dad. He lives down the road. So yeah, we want to pull in and be able to like inflate it and I don't know, see what stage we're going in.
Well, we don't know. This is a bit feels a bit crazy,
bonkers,
but
yeah.
we're super excited. We're glad you guys are joining us for the trip. We are treating this like an EV road trip, so we're going to cover our charging stops. We're going to cover efficiency, which currently we're at 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Part of that is we had to go up and over the Palmer Divide, which isn't super high, but it is a climb, as well as the fact that it's cold this morning or chilly this morning.
It's all really interesting though, and now keep in mind that we have an entire trunk full of 2 TVs, suitcases, artwork, and a whole bunch of stuff. But that could really account for the weight of a road trip with the family kind of thing. It's interesting though, because I was at the prosthetist before this, and the medical people there were saying like, oh, are you going to try push through and make it in one day? And it's like, no. Not in an EV, and honestly, that's pretty rough anyways.
Well, it's...
you can do it, but...
Going the other way, I-70, I-15, it's just over 1,000 miles. Going this way, it's, I think, 1,250 miles. So it's about 200 miles more. That's a long shot in one day.
Yeah.
And I've done those type of things when way younger. It is very realistic to do it in 2 days, 600 miles a day. We did Denver to Vegas, or actually Fort Collins to Vegas, which is, it was about 800 miles, and we did that in one day. But that was a long, sort of miserable day.
It wasn't miserable, but it wasn't super fun, and I would have had the heat up more. Speaking of which, it's a little chilly.
I turned it off because we were filming.
We're filming, yeah. As soon as the filming's off, we're going to get all nice and toasty, and that we couldn't do that when we were doing a race, and we had to worry about every little kilowatt, you don't spend on heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we're just going to enjoy the ride. We are heading south, if you're not familiar with the territory, where we just went through Castle Rock. We're headed toward Colorado Springs and then Pueblo. Our first charging stop is in Walsenburg, but there's charging stations just south of Colorado Springs. I believe one in Pueblo as well, and then Walsenburg. And then after that, we have to stop at Wagon Mound, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So,
yes.
We'll see.
Aside from going through the corner of Arizona when we go Utah, Nevada, I don't think I've been to Arizona.
Yes.
Have I?
We did this road trip in sort of reverse.
Oh, right. When
2018, which, by the way, that was our, we rented a minivan. It's a long story, so I won't tell you the spoilers of it, but I'll put a link down, or we'll put a link down below. It was basically our first road trip video, but we were in a minivan. It was on a different channel, and
we were doing like adventure vlogging, and
it has like maybe 40 views right now after 4 years of being up. So if you want to see like vintage Liv and Patrick on the road,
I won't say we're better, but we're certainly more comfortable, because like watching the video at the time, we were like, oh, this is so weird talking to ourselves. Now we just like talk to ourselves.
Yes, which means we should probably be quiet now.
We should be quiet. We've just made ourselves crazier over the years in the best way. Anyways, I'm excited because I have great fond memories of this trip and this route, and excited for some new scenery since we just did this a month ago. Yeah.
The San Diego thing.
The San Diego trip. Did you see a Mach-E and get excited?
It did. It was a twin.
Yeah, it was a twin. I wonder if they did the same thing. We're like, whoa! Or maybe not. I could have given them a fancy pony if they stopped. Fancy ponies coming to a charging station near you if you encounter us. The arrival time keeps getting longer and longer. What did we start at?
8:22, then it went to 8:43, now it's 9.
Yeah.
But it's now 38 degrees, so.
Yeah, it's warming up, but hopefully we'll be more efficient. So I think we can beat that. What do you think?
We usually take longer at charging stops than we need to.
That's true.
So I think we'll get there at like 9:20.
We don't have a hula hoop.
Of course, that's just to Albuquerque. We don't know where we're actually stopping.
Oh, that's true. I will go investigate that right now.
Well, we are enjoying the drive. It's still chilly. It got up to 40 for a little bit. It's now 37. We are 133 miles into the trip and 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. Charging stop is in 60 miles. We have a 25 mile buffer, so we have 85 miles of range. Charging stop is at 60 miles. And I remember when we left, it was giving us a 53 mile buffer. So we lost quite a bit of the buffer, about half of it. And my guess is that is due to the chilly temperatures. But who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. If you know, let us know. And how it is on summer tires.
It's always a combination of factors. So traffic plus speed, weather, rain, bad pavement, like all of those things can actually affect the range. The car is supposed to take into account a lot of factors, including like elevation gain and what it knows the speed limit's going to be. Who knows?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. It's just keeping an eye on it, and if it drops significantly. We just passed Pueblo a little bit ago, so I was watching that. Like, we still had a decent amount of buffer to make it to Trinidad. I think I said Walsenburg earlier.
You did say Walsenburg.
So,
but we're on our way to Trinidad now, and it's quite a relief, to be honest. Looking at the scenery, if you watch the scenery from Denver to here, it was looking a little dodgy for a bit. And we were talking about it, like, we don't know how summer tires fare in any inclement weather whatsoever. Patrick's driven with summer tires in your WRX, right?
Yeah, I bought it
in
February of 2011. And of course, it snowed right after that. It had summer tires on it, and it was dangerous to drive in the snow with summer tires. But I know it also is affected by cold temperatures. Then I swapped over as soon as I could and got a different set of wheels with winter actual snow tires, and then swapped back and forth. I don't really want to do that with the Mach-E. I was looking into doing that, but now that we're doing the California thing, hopefully we'll get there and we'll be fine. When it does get cold, I hear that the rubber gets a lot harder. You can actually damage them if it gets like really cold and you drive on them, because they don't have a chance to like respond normally. So if you guys know all details about that, I just figure I'm not going to do a bunch of research. I'm just going to move the car to California.
No, I gotta be honest though, I don't like the idea of having summer tires at all. I just like the idea of all weather tires personally. What if we want to go somewhere that's colder? And we don't want to just be like, yeah, we're in California, we don't have to worry about that. Like, realistically, this is something that you guys worry about too. So Patrick did do a bunch of research on tires before this whole thing. So maybe you can put it down below.
Yeah, I'll put some links to like Mach-E forum and stuff, because there was a lot of good discussions about what all-weather tire, or should it be a snow tire. And, for our use in Colorado, where we work at home and on snowy days, we take the other card. It's a piece of junk. Versus taking out the nice Mach-E. I was just going to go with all-weather tires. But if you live in a very snowy environment, you might want to go snow. All-weather tires, it's sort of like they're not great at anything, but they're not dangerous compared to summer tires in the snow, and they're not great on performance and whatever. So they're a great option for a lot of people, but you really sort of have to know what use you're looking at. And then considering like now there's EV formulas for tires, and it's complicated.
Maybe we need EV tires. Like, that's something we should try.
Well, most of like the ones that come on the Mach-E, they're usually the EV variant, and EV The EV variant is generally designed to give better range, but you may lose some performance out of it.
Maybe we should test tires though. Like we could do a route test.
I reached out to a couple of tire companies to see if they would be willing, and they were like, we can give you like a 10% discount. We still can't afford it.
Yeah. Well, also, if we just want to test them and then give them away or something, that wouldn't work. Maybe in the future, one day when we're really big. One day when we're all grown up, if that ever happens.
We just need 100,000 subscribers, and then they'll
just give us tires.
Give us tires.
I mean, maybe no one's interested. Or, there's like hardcore people like Kyle, who's the person to test tires, probably.
Yeah.
So Kyle Connor, out of spec. So I checked our next charging stop on PlugShare. Once again, big thank you to everyone who checks in on PlugShare. It's so helpful. It's so helpful to see the date, how your charging was, what you're driving. It's just really informative.
And I want to make a note that it's good to check in when it's good and when it's bad.
Yes.
Because sometimes I feel like if you just have a good charging session, you just keep going. But it's nice to know that, like 2 days ago, there was a good charging session. And I'm sure there's probably been a dozen people that have charged.
Yeah. Well, actually, so the last check-in at the station was 9 days ago, the second.
Yeah.
So that's a little while ago, which is not great. I mean, I guess it just means it's not super trafficked, probably.
And again, a lot of people are like, they just plug in and charge and go. But it's really helpful on a road trip to know, okay, the past 5 days people have charged.
Yeah, and this is a Walmart, so probably a lot of people go there, do their shopping, plug in, good to go. These windmills aren't going.
It's dead still.
I guess so.
There's no wind.
This is the stretch of road where there's a dinosaur, right?
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, somewhere on the right coming up is a dinosaur. Oh, it's a little ways down, but we'll
just
keep
have to
chatting.
Yeah.
So I checked Wagon Mound beforehand, and it looks fine. There's not that much, not Wagon Mound, Trinidad, sorry. I also checked Wagon Mound.
Yeah.
I did check Wagon Mound as well, actually, because Patrick mentioned that I should just check. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, do you see how there's like an exclamation-y thingy?
Could have missed it.
The dinosaur. I don't know if that's a dinosaur right now. What is it? Looks like a sculptural interpretation.
Yeah, it's actually for the Spanish Peaks.
That's it.
The mountains that are down here.
What was I thinking?
It looks like a dinosaur from far
maybe.
away.
Love brain. Okay, so there, you saw the Spanish Peaks, the mountain range, the artsy interpretation of it, and the stationary windmills. Gosh, they look so large.
They are.
I remember there was it was like a Pimp My House show, and they added windmills to people's houses and did green additions. I know it didn't generate much, but I haven't looked into that in a long time. Home windmills. Probably going to be really windy.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much.
I'm sure it's not a very productive thing since solar is such a big deal. We have a lot to think of moving to California, by the way. We're now going to be in a situation that we can get level 2 charging installed again. We've been on level 1 for 6 months, pretty much. So we're going to do that. We're going to be doing solar. What other plans do we have?
Well, we're going to use the Emporia View system. I'll drop a link below to their stuff. But not only do they make a charger for EVs, but they also do home energy management systems, monitoring and management. So I have a kit from them that they gave us to review. Very excited to try that. And what it allows you to do is to see the amount of energy on every circuit in your house. So you can sort of isolate energy hogs in your house. And it has some management tools built in with some of their outlets and other devices coming soon, including their EV charger, so that you can balance your energy output. You can turn stuff off during the peak of the day, for example. And one of the things I thought was really cool is with the EV charger, if you have solar, if you are producing a bunch of output during the day and your air conditioner is also running. You can have it so that the management system will say like, okay, we're going to pause your EV charging because the air conditioner is on, and then when the air conditioner turns off for 20 minutes, it'll charge, and that way you're using solar to charge. You don't just have to say like, well, it's a hot day, I can't charge because I got to run the AC. It'll balance it out for you.
Be pretty awesome. And it does work with power walls and stuff like that, huh?
It supposedly is system agnostic, so it'll work with a lot of different solar systems, and because it's their EV charger integrated into that. That's the big part. Is like you can set a schedule to say like charge while the sun is up, like 10 to 2 or 10 to 4 or whatever. I'm not sure about solar stuff yet, but you can just set it to charge. But then this system will also say like when there's enough excess energy to charge, then charge. And you can actually change the priority as well. So like if you're like, I need my car to charge to 80% because I work at night and I need to get out there and go drive, you can tell it to like turn the air conditioner off a little bit.
But we're in the house situation not going to have air conditioning, so that'll be interesting. But that may be something that we'll install too. We may install the battery system of some sort. It's going to be pretty interesting. We have a lot to work on. Speaking of Emporia, we got to go out there. They're actually headquartered in Colorado. So we got to interview them and check out their facility like 3 months ago.
I think it was August 15th.
Yeah, August. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So a long time ago. And that was when we got the review unit. That's the charging unit that we're going to be taking to California.
Yeah, I almost brought it, but I'm like, we're not going to install it for a bit, so I left it at home. We still need to get a 240 put in the garage, and lots of stuff.
Yeah, lots and lots of stuff to do.
We need a bed.
Other things that we'll be talking about later, we also will need a new car because my car will not pass emissions in California. So we might have to get a new EV sooner than we were expecting.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's risky to pay the cost to get her car out there. I wouldn't want to drive it out there. So shipping cost, and then we'd get it out there, and then I know it's not going to pass emissions there because the check engine light is on. It's
been on for like 12 years, so it's that kind of car.
Yeah.
It
passed emission in Colorado.
Yeah, last year, totally fine. But California is particular. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot we have to do. But at the moment, all we have to do is drive to Trinidad, right?
Drive to Trinidad, 45 miles. Gosh, we've been chatting for a bit.
We have. So we're going to let you see some of this very pretty flat scenery, and we will catch you at the charger. I would like to introduce you to our plant that a friend gave us when around about when our dog passed away. So it was much smaller. It's kind of a treasured thing, and we're hoping that it survives this journey. It's wedged behind my seat. How do you feel about your job sticking it back there?
I think it's a good spot. As long as we don't slam on the brakes and everything comes flying forward.
Or I accidentally shove something back there and forget.
But we also have to take it into the hotel both nights.
Yeah.
Or else it'll freeze to death.
Yeah, we better not forget it. Hopefully it gets there all in one piece. It's like, I think we need a name for it. We can't call it our dog's name. Mm-hmm. No, but...
Something related.
Something related. Our dog's name was Muggle. That was his name in the pound. And this is what's the word? It's a Callias plant? I don't know. If you can think of a name for that little guy, let us know.
It's telling me to charge to 53%. We're here at the charging station, obviously. I will definitely go above that because we finished with a 14-mile buffer or 13-mile buffer pulling into this charging station when we started with a 53-mile buffer. So we want to make sure we have quite a bit extra in case we lose range again. Let's look at this trip. Finished at 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour. It was 191.6 miles from our house to here. 2 hours and 51 minutes of driving, and 6% battery is our stopping point.
Woohoo!
You know what?
What?
I just realized I got a new credit card, so I haven't switched everything over. We may have
Oh no.
some issues. In that case, let me switch my credit card over real quick.
Okay. While Patrick does that, I do have to say it's 3:15 in the afternoon. I feel great. We've been driving for 3 hours. It makes such a difference to start a road trip like at noon or whatever. I don't need to go to the restroom. I'm fine. I mean, obviously I'm going to because we're here at Walmart and we're not going to stop again for a while. But tomorrow we're going to leave early in the morning. So I don't know about you, Patrick, but I bet I'm going to have to pee like in an hour.
Yeah, tomorrow will be interesting.
Yeah. All right, he's credit carding. We're not going to show that. We're going to touch base soon.
I haven't updated plug and charge, but I updated the EA app, so I'm not going to do plug and charge. It says plug in first. We're not going to do that. I'm going to swipe to charge, and it should tell me to plug in now.
Please plug in.
There we go.
Initiating charging. Whoa, sounding good. Num num num. Which chargers are these?
It'll say on the side.
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom.
It's AB. They're ABB.
ABB.
The tilted screen is a giveaway.
Oh yeah. Okay. It was starting off. Oh, okay. Welcome, Patrick.
So I'm getting the member rate through Electrify America. And the screen is a bit laggy, so I'm using Car Scanner. I know I keep saying I'm going to do a video on this. We're at 126 kilowatts, and I can monitor it in Car Scanner if I wanted to, if I get to the right screen.
And we keep saying we're going to do a video, and we are on this trip.
On this trip. So we're... says 11.8% state of charge, but that's at 6%. Got to figure this all out.
Okay. We're at 128 kilowatts, which is nice.
That
this
works
is a thirsty
for me.
car. Yeah. Look at us pulling in at 6%.
6%.
Huh? Yeah.
Kyle would be disappointed.
Yeah, he would. I know.
All right.
He had fumes.
I would show you more of this stuff, but I really got to go to the bathroom. It's been 3 hours, so.
Okay, and I will go too.
Okay.
Okay, we got stuff. Random snacks and stuff.
Food.
And Patrick checked the wagon mount charger while we were checking out, which I'm so glad you did.
It says it's down completely, so we're going to go in the car and do some checking.
Yeah, and I think you're going to call Electrify America even.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. Hello, Blucifer Twocifer. Patrick is taking a photo to check in on PlugShare. Looking pretty nice. I was kind of hoping there'd be someone else here just to say hi and also to give someone a pony if it was a Mach-E. All right, it's freezing.
God, it's cold. It's like 35.
Ugh. How are we doing?
I was about to get in the car.
76 kilowatts, 63%. It's cost $16.12.
34 minutes so far.
God, what? Okay, that was one of those stops where I feel like we were forever.
Yeah.
All right, let's get warm.
Yeah.
So cold. This guy just came right up to our car and he's looking at the charger. What is he doing? That was weird. Maybe he doesn't know how they work.
I'm avoiding the sun. So current situation, we're at 76%. We were here for 43 minutes. We've been snacking and eating after we went into Walmart. But while we were in Walmart, I checked and our next stop would be 85 miles wagon mount, but it's down. EA says it's completely down. The next stop after that would be Santa Fe. That's 195 miles. We just drove 192 miles from Denver to here, and we used 94% of our battery. So to go to 195 miles, and it's going to get colder, we may even use more batteries. So we need to go close to 100% again to give ourselves a buffer, which is going to take a long time, unfortunately. I might call EA, but even if EA is like, oh yeah, the station will be back up, I don't think we can rely on that. I think we're going to have to charge to 100 to make sure we can make Santa Fe.
Yeah, that would be just a really risky thing to do otherwise, which really sucks.
Yeah.
But, so let's say it's an hour from now.
We're at 78%. It'll probably take another 30 minutes, which is fine.
Not bad.
Actually, let's see. So 45 minutes now. We're at 78%. I'll run to the bathroom and stuff again. And the sun is setting, so it's like right in my eye.
Yeah, so that's the situation. It's kind of a pickle. And every time we go out, we're like, it's going to be smooth, but there's just a little thing. So if Wagon Mound wasn't down, perfectly fine. If there was an alternative, if like Wagon Mound is 80 miles away, right? So what if there was a charger 50 miles away and then 50 miles after that? No problem. That's what we need. Yeah,
and that's what the infrastructure plan is supposedly going to provide. And I think we're charging it like 60 still. Would be, I don't know, 69? I can't see what that number is. 67. I wish it were on the screen here.
I know, that would be great.
But it says we'll hit, it's 403. It says we'll hit 80% at 406. And then from there, it'll tell me how long it'll take to get to 100. I wonder if it says in the app. We actually have really bad signal here.
Yeah.
So the car is not necessarily communicating up to the cloud. So it still says 100% from Denver. It's not updated 5 hours ago.
We're at 80%.
80%. Fast charge by 4:54, which is almost an hour.
Yeah.
But
I guess I was close and I hate that.
Yeah. And of course the car says we have 200 miles of range, which should be enough. But considering it took 96% to go 192 miles, we want at least 96%, I think. There's no way I'm going to try that.
I think you go to the restroom and I'll call Electrify America.
Yeah, when I was sort of like, I want to call them, but at the same time, like if they're like, oh yeah, it's back up now. What if it's down again?
I just still want to call them because I want them to reboot it just in case.
Well,
or something.
See what they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're going to just plan on skipping Wagon Mound if we can.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so we charged to 98%. It says 249 miles of range. I don't believe that. Santa Fe is 195 miles. Wagon Mound is only like 85 miles. We called EA, Liv called EA, and we talked to a person there that said, no, it's showing 1 of 4 stations are up. And sure enough, while we were on the phone, it refreshed and 1 of the 4 stations is up. I don't know why it was showing unavailable. I told him it was like unavailable in the app and said the entire station was down. That makes me not want to stop there, but if we're going right by it. So we'll stop there and check it out. But right now we're at 98%. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug. We'll get all the numbers. You can see it from here, but we'll hop out and get all the numbers, and then we'll do our route planning to Albuquerque and continue on.
Yeah. And by the by, as we're stepping out, it took about 15 minutes to get through to Electrify America. So if you do ever need to call or whatever, stick with it.
Previously, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, when you called when we were in Green River, I think it was pretty quick.
Yeah. So we'll stop 82 minutes. That was far longer than we wanted. 86.54 kilowatt hours. It was $26.66. It's going to update that because there is tax added. Let's see what it says.
I left my door open, so I'm letting all the cold air in.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug and see
Okay.
if you get the number, then we can hop back in.
Yeah. Ooh, it's chilly. Yeah, we were here for an hour and 22 minutes. Let me hand you my phone. I'll close the door. Oh.
It didn't update with the price, but we got enough of it. That's without tax. But
there we go.
Oh, there it is. $28.90. So $2.24 of tax. $11.19 was our member discount. Let's go before we lose all the cold air and program in the next stop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to reset trip 1. I just noticed, I think our miles per kilowatt hour dropped because we sat here with the car on. So that's sort of not great for my road trip calculations, but we'll reset trip 1. We'll keep trip 2 going for the entire trip, maybe. Let's go to navigate. Oh, it's still programmed in to go to Albuquerque.
Yay.
It's saying 8:21 p.m. We'll get there. I don't know.
That's like 40 minutes earlier than it said previously.
Yeah, it's a bit confused.
Oh, it thinks we're not stopping.
Oh, it thinks we're going all the way now.
Oh, that could be great. I mean, we'll stop in Wagon Mound for a little nibble. A nibble of charge. A little sip.
I need to turn the car on. Yeah, it says 250 miles, 195 miles. Oh, I don't know what it's doing. Let's click on the details. I think it's confused. 250
miles of range, 195
miles.
Oh,
it's telling us now to stop in Santa Fe.
Okay.
And then we have to go to Albuquerque. So I don't know. Let's just go. I'm annoyed because of the potential station at Wagon Mound. We may still stop in Wagon Mound. In fact, I plan on stopping there just so that we can document like what the status of the station is. And then also, like, if it is actually up and functional, we can charge enough there to make Albuquerque, I think. So
yeah.
We'll see. And I don't like stretching it out too much, but
this does make sense, though. It claims 250 miles of range, so we can only get to Santa Fe, not to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Saying 195 miles to Santa Fe.
Yeah. It's probably wrong, but in that we could make it, considering our performance here.
Yeah. So we got to 98%. We used 96%, or no, 94% to get to here. And I think the temperatures are going to be dropping. So I would guess that efficiency is going to go down, and I'm freezing. So I'm going to crank the heat up.
It said 50 just a second ago. It just dropped to 49. I don't think there's any way it could be 50.
No. Well, we always talk about, like, even in the warmer months, the temperature that's on the screen here
is the car.
It's the car sensor, and it's up front somewhere. I don't know exactly where the sensor is at, but it's up front somewhere where all the heating, cooling, radiators stuff are for the car. So, like, we just DC fast charge, so of course the battery temperature
is warmer.
Went up. It was cooling that down, and by circulating through by where the sensor is at.
Yeah, I would say it felt 33 exactly.
It's
Don't you?
in the 30s.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if we could figure it out? Because I feel quite confident.
This is new. We can ask Siri. That's Starkville.
Do it.
This is
it's
tricky,
very weird. Oh, yeah.
They changed it all.
We haven't been through here since May last year. I love that Google Maps tells you this stuff.
And by the way, there's Tequila's. That's one of our favorite Mexican restaurants that's in the
Colorado,
Denver area.
Yeah.
And there's one down here. So if you want to grab some food and go over there and charge, that would be a great thing. Otherwise, it's Walmart, and there's a Wendy's over there as well.
That would have been a great thing. Instead, we had chicken nuggets, basically, popcorn chicken, and mini bagels. Fancy.
What's the current temperature?
It's 34 degrees outside.
Oh,
very
34.
Close.
I said 33. Do I win a prize?
Nope, you were off.
Rude. Where's my fancy ponies? I'm giving myself a fancy pony. I win a fancy pony. You too can have a fancy pony if we see you on the road. Do. Okay, bye. sign just say?
Watch for bears crossing the road. Not deer, but bears.
I've never seen a bear cross the road.
I have when I was a kid, but it's in a national park.
Oh. I haven't seen anyone hit a bear. I have seen people hit deer in their Mach-E's though. Awful. Yeah. Shame. Okay, keep an eye out. Bears, where are you? Okay, we're distracted by the fact that there could be bears on the road, but we're in New Mexico! Bear, 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 bear! We missed it by like a mile or something, right?
Yeah, I don't know where. I know it was back there, very close, but...
I think it must have been the same spot as the bear sign. It's there to distract
close,
you.
Yeah. Watch out for bears.
Yeah, maybe they were getting too much traffic at the sign, and they made a bear sign to distract you.
Whatever.
But here we are.
Well, I was saying I would stop at Wagon Mound to check on the charger, but I sort of like was flying past the exit when I remembered I was going to do that. But I had Liv bring it up on Electrify America. It's still showing 1 of 4 available. We are on track to make it to Santa Fe, so I guess that's what we're doing now. We have about a 15-mile buffer. If that starts dropping, here's a couple of things that we can do. We can turn off the heat and then just use the seat warmers. I'm actually feeling stuffy even though it's 68 in here.
I'm cold.
Oh, okay. Liv is cold. I'm feeling stuffy. I got a sweatshirt on, which I probably should have taken off. But the other thing we can do is slow down if we start getting low on buffer. But with 14 miles of buffer, 121 miles of range, 107 miles to go, 53% battery, we should be okay. So yeah, 107 miles to Santa Fe now, and we're just gonna play it by ear and keep cruising.
All right, we have a 9-mile buffer, which is super dodgy. So I just looked, and there's a J1772 at the New Mexico High University, or something like that. And the first comments on there on Plug Share, are you laughing because I forget the names of things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But the first comment was on Plug Share, was from an R1T driver who said this was a lifesaver because Electrify America was down. So we might need to stop there. Now we're at 8 miles. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
8-mile buffer. That's too dodgy. It's like a 6.5 kilowatt charger, but when needs must, we're going to do it. All right, we just added the 801 University Avenue of New Mexico Highland University as a waypoint. It's 10 miles away. One charger. All right. Whew.
So, and one of the things I did over here on the main screen is I turned off e-heat. And that I was hoping would help our buffer. Actually, it went up to 11 for a second.
Ooh.
And I think we could make it, but
the repercussions of not making it are too great for us. We have our valuables in the car. We have a TV. We don't have any spare cash to get towed or whatever.
Oh, we would. I mean, that's credit card, but
yeah. But what I mean is or we just take a hit to our egos and go plug in here for a little bit. We should have stopped, but
yeah, no, totally my mistake of going. Well, Wagon Mound is, an option.
Yeah,
we don't have to stop there, and then I didn't pay attention. I should have just added it as a stop because you never want to, stretch to the limit. And for some people, this is not stretching to the limit, and we could go for it and be like, this is fun. It's an adventure and, whatever. But I don't think most people taking road trips would have that same attitude.
Yeah. And the risk of getting stuck and then this turning into a much longer night and being like a really hard start to a 2 or 3 day road trip then. I was like, really?
Yeah.
And also it's 28 degrees. It's just getting colder. We have the heat off right now. Like Patrick said, it's very cold. It is very cold.
It's getting chilly, yeah. So
it would be nice to turn the heat on. Like, why do we have to be uncomfortable? We don't have to do this to ourselves.
So if nothing else, we're going to plug in. And of course, actually, I'm thinking like we're probably up to about a 13, 14 mile buffer now because we're taking a 2 mile detour. But also want to show you, this is another thing. Like, what happens if a charger is down and you're worried about making it to the next charger? Well, you can do what we're doing and find like a J1772 level 2 charger just to give you enough to get to the next one.
And hopefully this one works and everything. We checked it up on PlugShare, and that's how we found it. We just changed the settings on the PlugShare app. We also have the Electron Tesla adapter, so I added Tesla destination charges. Yeah, regular chargers to the list. So it gave us a couple other options, and this was one of them. So now we do have to make sure that it's functioning and everything's good. So we're almost there. I really hope so.
Yeah. And it's telling us to go right and around, and it looks like it's right there, but...
It must be a one-way.
Yeah, I think it's a one-way over there.
Yeah.
By the way, this is Las Vegas.
New Mexico!
New Mexico.
I guess this is the only Las Vegas we're going to go through this trip.
Yeah, I guess you go through Las Vegas no matter
Either
which way.
Yeah. This is a really weird street. I just want to get plugged in now because it's... Okay, we're still 10 miles buffer. I'm not daring like Kyle and Alyssa.
Whoops,
Or some people.
Was that a speed bump? I did not see that.
Yeah, and now we know TVs don't like speed bumps. I do need to check on the plant now.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. There it is. Hello, pretty. Your light's on. Looking good. Num num num. Give us some charge.
All right.
Charge point. Woo, I'm coming out with you. Okay, obviously.
We got to get our trip info for just this part, but we're not going to get a full thing because we're getting ready to just get a little bit. Trip 1.
Wow.
124 miles, 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour.
And 2 hours of driving, basically.
Yeah. We still says we have a 10-mile buffer to get to Santa Fe, but we're going to go ahead and plug in here. I got to find my ChargePoint app.
And I'm going to go check on the plant.
Okay.
Thank you, car. Nothing fall out?
Your hat.
Huh?
Watch out for your hat.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Side note, look how cool these are. Aren't these awesome? Quite sturdy for paper. Okay. Plant looks all right.
Plug in.
It's so bright, I can't see it. There we go. Power is 6 kilowatts. There we are. Patrick had a great idea.
Yeah, I want to go get a snack, go to the bathroom, get something hot to drink.
Yeah.
So there's a restaurant right around the corner. We're going to go do that real quick.
And not even a snack. It's 7 o'clock. We're going to have dinner anyways. We'll have an early dinner and get a little bit of a charge enough so that we can have some heat. You can't see that my breath is coming out in puffs, but it's cold. It's really, really cold.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah. Wow, there are a lot of cars here now.
It's 27. Yeah, no, I was like, that's why I was like, wait a second.
Maybe there's a class or something there. Hello, Blucifer Twocifer. Please tell me you have enough battery for us to have some heat on. We'll never pass the charger again. Do you want to do stats now or in the car?
Charging. Let me look and see. Okay, so we hopped in, 44%, 92 miles of range, should be good enough.
Yeah.
That wasn't much of a charge for, but very good food. Hot soup. Felt
We had
very nice.
pozole and
Yeah,
it
I'm gonna go
perfect.
unplug so we can go.
Yeah. We will never pass the charger again. What do we?
That was 75 cents.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I saw someone say that it was inexpensive charging.
Oh wait, it might have charged us. I'll have to check my account because it could have been.
There might have been a $5 session fee.
Yeah.
Is what I thought I saw.
Which would suck, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Lesson learned and good video, right? This is what you've got to do if you have to.
Yeah, and maybe we would have been fine, but I figure stopping and having pozole is better than stopping and needing a tow. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Yay! The green glow!
Okay, we are here at Electrify America in Santa Fe. We are finishing with 6% range, 10 miles buffer. We charged 7% in Las Vegas, so we would have been at negative 1%. Maybe we could have made it, maybe we could have stretched it out, but that would have been an uncomfortable trip.
Super stressful.
And we got some food, so that was really
Yeah.
nice. We have our dinner for the night. I'm going to go ahead and plug in. Let's go ahead and just show you. Actually, I'm going to do it with this one because I like looking at this. We're going to go to Electrify America in Albuquerque. There's a hotel near there. So if I say where to, chargers, I'm going to show the 3 slashes are ultra fast according to this. It says it's 48 miles straight. Let's see how far. 52 miles. And it says charge to 42%.
We can get over that.
We're going to go way higher than that.
Yeah. Now, you didn't do the trip summary.
Oh, yeah. That's why I bring you along. Where's trip summary?
I'm kind of fun, too.
Trip energy, not summary.
Mhm.
So
Is it trip energy?
Trip 1, this is since we left Trinidad. 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour, which is what sort of killed us. So far today, 2.3 miles per kilowatt hours. We're 384 miles in. We may decide to stay here. We're going to talk about it as we're charging. I want to just go ahead and get all the way, but let's go charge.
Wait, and how much did we do from Las Vegas?
From Las Vegas? Oh, that would be this trip.
Yeah.
So we did 68.9 miles, 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour just from Las Vegas, New
Okay,
Mexico.
cool. All right, let's get a
Okay.
charge. This is such a good green glow. I'm so happy to be at fast chargers. No offense to ChargePoint, but that dark little charger behind the university at 6 kilowatts was...
So I'm going to activate
fun.
here again, and I get it almost ready to plug in because it's like plug in and then it doesn't give you that long. This is the one, charger 4. Swipe, processing payment.
Could just be really slow. Hey. What does it say?
Initiating charge,
Cool.
or initiating charging. It's definitely charging.
All right, 110 kilowatts. 111. It's extremely cold.
Yeah, I think it's like 28 degrees.
Patrick's going to get the check-in photo. Whew. I walked to Walmart in this freezing cold. Not the most accessible if you trying to get across the lot. You can go down there, but I just don't love being in the way of traffic. So there are some Walmarts that we've seen where you can like get up on this section. Actually, can you get up here? Oh, here. It's just a pity that it's a small area. So if you're in a wheelchair and or mobility impaired and you're at the charger, you can come up here and come over here and then go down. So that's good to see. That's good to see. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's so cold. Looks pretty though.
Started at 6%. We're at 82%. It's now down to 38 kilowatts because we're above 80%. Been here about 50 minutes. We did a bunch of social media stuff because that's what we do. Got 71.9 kilowatt hours delivered. We really didn't need to charge that much. We're only like 50 miles from Albuquerque, but wanted to get a big charge before we get to the hotel, and we may charge before we go to the hotel. I haven't completely decided. Our first stop in the morning is going to be Grants, New Mexico, and it's like 130 miles from here, so we may not even need to charge at all. So we're going to go ahead and hit stop. I'm going to hit stop here. It never updated the pricing, so when I was trying to swipe to initiate the charge, I think it's because it's not completely connected, and it's not giving us pricing information, but we can calculate that and put it on the screen, whoever decides to edit this long video. So finish at 72.23 kilowatt hours, and depending on the member or non-member rate, we'll calculate the price for that, but 72.23 kilowatt hours.
And let's get in the warm car.
Yeah.
Due to a network issue, your price cannot be shown at this time. Okay, well, maybe it's free.
There we go. How far is it? 54 miles, 48 minutes. We'll arrive at 57%. I don't think so. I think it's going to be far less than that because we're cranking the heat, seat warmers, everything. I'm tired of being cold. It's 29 degrees. But we're going to hit go.
And that's 29 degrees charging. So it's less than that.
Yeah, actually, let me see what
the weather app.
The weather app says. 27.
All right.
It's just chilly. So yeah, we won't like get there on empty or whatever to have to charge tonight, but we may decide to charge just so we don't have to in the morning. Oh, I got to hit. There we go. Guys ready?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Oh yeah, we got to get out of this stupid parking lot.
I know. Yeah, why is that barricaded? That's an exit that we need to use. How do we get out of here? Can we go down here?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I didn't have my lights on.
Oh,
I turned them off.
That would help. I'm surprised the car didn't turn them on.
There's an automatic function, but I disabled it because we were just sitting in the car and it was like they were automatically on. Okay, change of plans. Liv started calling the hotel that we were planning on going to. They were sold out, so she called like 3 other hotels. They were sold out. So we basically just stopped the first place that there was a group of hotels coming into Albuquerque, and got lucky. They had like 7 rooms left here, and we went for it. They don't have a bathtub, which Liv is an amputee, if you guys don't know, makes showers not impossible, but difficult. So,
and if I ask for an ADA room, ADA is normally catered towards wheelchairs, so that's not accessible for amputees. So, now you know.
So yeah, and a lot of hotels are renovating and they put in all showers or a lot of showers in their rooms. So when we request a bathtub, it's like they had to go get a little chart because they didn't even know which ones had bathtubs. But anyways, we actually just went in, we got the room, so I don't have like the last trip. Or no, I did reset trip. So we only went 42 miles. We were planning on going like 58 miles and going to right by the charger, but that all got mixed up. Anyways, I'm confused and tired and all of that. That was sort of like a frantic rush to find a hotel.
It was. It really was. We didn't expect Albuquerque to be this busy. So I guess Albuquerque is a big city. There's a lot going on. But we did 42.2 miles. We drove for 43 minutes, 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. Efficiency, we're going to have to go charge in the morning.
Maybe not. We have 62% battery.
True.
I'll do some calculations to see if we just want to wait until we get to Grant. We might just want to go over and charge and then maybe skip Grant. Or Grants.
Is it Grant or Grants?
Grants. Yeah. It's Grants.
Grants.
Okay. We're tired.
Yeah. Side note, we also did want to pick a hotel that seemed safe. So we got an okay parking. Yeah, we have all of our stuff. So hopefully no one runs away with the TV.
Oh, I forgot to put up the
placard
thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's do our outro because you guys have been here for a whole day of driving.
Let's get outside. Oh my goodness. We're loaded up with stuff.
Look, now you can see the back.
That's Georgie.
And I got my stuff already out. We got the plant over here. Come take a look.
The plant survived. It's looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. We survived. I'm pretty happy about that. We have a very colorful car filled with nothing valuable. Nothing valuable.
Yes. It's just
trash.
Yeah, trash.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for sticking with us for this part of the trip. Tomorrow should be really cool.
Yeah.
There'll be another video, but we're going to go along some Route 66 stuff, hopefully see some sights, unless we're behind schedule or have issues. But then that'll be exciting too.
Oh, exciting. Interesting.
Yeah.
But really, today was good. It was just a folly on our part for being cocky, trying to, It
was my fault. Yeah, I should have programmed in Wagamound and stopped there.
And we could have turned around, but it was we're fine.
Yeah.
So glad we stopped for a slow charge, but we got here. It's late. We're going to go. Thank you so much for joining us for this video. The first part of our epic trip out to California, taking Blucifer Twocifer to its new home.
Yes.
Yes. A big thank you to our patrons for helping support us so we can have awesome equipment, which Patrick is holding, and try and get better. Hopefully the sound is great. All that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you for watching. And just remember that whatever you drive, even if it is not filled with garbage, yeah, enjoy the ride.
They're homemade crafts.
Homemade crafts, yeah. Bye.
Bye.